the recognized symbol of excellence in collecting podcasts.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio. This is the show where we talk about action figures, toys, collectibles, and all that sort of thing. So if that's what you're into, sit back, relax, because we're about to unbox 1 or 2 hours of top shelf, front row toy talk. My name is Lightning Strike John Sargent.
And my name is Combat Belt Christian McGann, a.k.a. the Toy Biz Disciple, a.k.a. the 250-pound prodigy. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You guys can follow along with the show on Instagram. We're at Mighty Champions. You can subscribe wherever you're hearing the sound of our voices, and you can leave us a review on Apple and Spotify if you really want to help the show grow, and you should. We are making this episode all about y'all. It's nothing but Q&A in the news, but we got a heap of questions that we've cultivated from Instagram. I grabbed some off of Reddit. We had people direct message us, emails, friends, family, all that sort of thing. So we got tons of questions. If we do not get around to all of them, keep on asking us questions and we'll get to yours on another Q&A. And of course, we're going to, like I said, we're going to go through the news of the week. So that's all that's on deck today. Christian, how have you been?
Man, this is one of those weeks where if your body doesn't force you to rest, it will beg for you to think about rest. If that makes any sense at all. I've taken 3 naps this week, which is crazy. I feel like
unheard of.
Yeah, it's like kid territory. But I think it's just the tail end. Last week was playoffs. Obviously, I've talked to you outside off camera about that, and
I'll take your call offline.
Yeah, and so I think just having this ramp up of extreme output, baseball, podcasts, writing, everything, the work, obviously, it's just
in my job.
Yeah, exactly. Just the demand of all things, and I feel like I just operate on that level, but every once in a while it's like, man, the diminishing returns start to come in like the old high tide. And that was this week. So this week was sort of this battle of giving yourself permission to rest and taking advantage of that, which has been nice. But I also have this problem where I'm like absolutely going to take a rest day today, because my body is requiring it, it's demanding, it is begging me to do it. And then I do it, and then I wake up the next day and I feel pretty good. And then I'm like, I'm going to go do the regular thing. And then I'm kind of back to square one. So I don't know really what to say. I think I've actually just kind of shot myself in the foot this week with that, because I've kept trying to push.
Rest is part of the program, bro.
Yep, exactly. So I'm going to just take that opportunity tonight and tomorrow, hopefully. But before that, obviously, I didn't really think about it, but just got back from baseball practice, and it is 104 outside.
Dude, I just walked the dog, and she wants to do like a real brief 3 o'clock, just see what's going on in the neighborhood, basically every day. And there's shade. There's a big tree straight across the street, and she'll go over there and she'll investigate what's going on in that shade, and then she'll turn around and come back. Today, she wanted to kind of do some more of the block. I could not be in the direct sunlight. Mm-hmm. It was cooking me. The heat is one thing, which is unbearable, but the UV, just being in the sunlight, is I felt like the vampires in Blade. I was like, oh my God.
It's just crazy, because when I walked in, you're wearing sunglasses and a black trench coat. But
that's just because I'm cool as hell, man.
Yeah, exactly. You're like 1999 bad boy.
Yeah.
But it's like, with the heat, it's just what it is. I've lived in Texas my entire life. I know nothing outside of this. So for me, it's just part of business as usual. I mean, you're from California, so you came here in an adult mind, and witnessed the nuclear.
Yeah, it's not the heat doesn't really bother me that much. Like during the day, when I'm trying to sleep, it sucks.
Yeah,
but
oh God.
During the day, it doesn't really bother me. There's something different about just that direct, oh my God, right now that I have not experienced in my life.
Yeah, and I'm not a complainer about it. As much as people in our life, we both work at a gym, a lot of your conversations that you have with people in passing, because we see, I don't know, 200 people a day, more probably.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just the same kind of conversation over and over and over again, right? So you entertain like, yep, it's hot outside.
Yeah.
Please.
Dude, I cannot fucking stand small talk.
Dude, yeah.
Every time
especially weather.
Every time it rains, well, we need it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't care, right? And you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to play in that. Play baseball in the heat. I don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I don't care. It's part of the game. Like, I'm playing the game. The goal is to play the game. The heat is just where I'm playing it. Like, it's outside. I don't care. I'm assuming that it's going to be hot. I'm just going to prepare for it because I'll drink enough water, do what I need to do, whatever. And, you know, people's mind gets blown with that. Well, how dare you not fixate on the negatives? How dare you? And it's just like, and they get mad, right? It's like, oh God, ooh, that's going to be tough. Nah, it'd be all right. Well, can you at least be kind of mad at it? And it's just like, no, I'm good.
Why aren't you miserable?
Exactly. But today, man, was absolutely nuclear. So we were on this field, and it is, for reference, it's the field that's in Dazed and Confused. If anybody's seen that movie, I saw it a long time ago. I don't even remember the baseball scene in that movie, but
great movie.
Yeah. So it is that field that they play on, and very, very, very cool field. So it was me, one of the guys from my team, and then another dude who actually played professionally. And so he came out with us, and because he has like a playing opportunity coming up here, which is like what based off. I'm not gonna say what because it's like all up in the air, but it's like pretty big. It's pretty cool. So he's like wanting to get some work in. Obviously, we wanted to get some work in, and the fences are like freaking 13 feet tall, and so I had to jump the fence to get in. And it's just, man, like, I'm the 250-pound prodigy, baby. But 250 pounds climbing a fence is that's like
you're more of the go through the fence guy.
I trust me. I would prefer to do that, and
just Kool-Aid through the fence.
So I'm going to take a little bit of a. I don't think I've ever told this before, but my relationship with fences, not good, man. Not good at all. Because when you're the fat,
I am salivating at where this is headed.
Oh boy,
embarrassing childhood story downloading,
dude. I mean, I'm surprised I ain't never told you this before. Maybe because if you were my therapist, because it's that bad.
Am I not?
Yeah, exactly. So the relationship with, okay, so, you know, being a 90s fat kid comedic relief character.
Yeah.
I'm running past the cake, I take a swipe, I taste it, and then I keep running.
Yeah.
That's the classic right there.
Great Hambino.
For some reason, you know, when you're young, and again, it's like, in this case, it was the early 2000s, where we were the last generation to play outside, is what I think. And when you're playing outside, every road led to a fence. And I'm like, God dang it. Because I'm the fat kid of the group.
You're just failing the police academy over and over again?
I mean, it felt like an X-Men war room, you know.
danger room scenario.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't even remember the stories associated with a lot of them. It just had to be crossing a fence. And a lot of the times the fence either had it has barbed wire somewhere around it.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's tetanus.
Exactly. So a lot of jumping fences, and then your pants getting caught is like, that was just a Saturday for me. But one in particular, I was running, and it was like this thing where we were like pretending to run from something, right? And I'm feeling high energy, and then there's this kid and it's his sister, and then her friend, so it's girls, and then I decide to jump the fence because I was like, you know what, I can do it. I am confident in myself. He did it in front of me. He's skinny. He's athletic. His life is going to go good. Mine doesn't.
Right now, it's the top spinning at the end of Inception to me.
Okay.
I'm like the Lenny meme, just sitting forward, listening intently.
But, like, you ask God, why? Why me? When you jump over a fence and your shorts get caught, and not only do you not make it over the fence, but it pulls your pants down.
And both nuts come out?
No, that was another time. That's happened 3 times, dude. That's happened 3 times.
Incredible.
No, just pulls my pants down, and I'm sitting there, and they're around my ankles, and I'm hanging upside down with my pants pulled down.
Yes.
And it's like
you
man,
have a writer. Someone's writing
somebody
you.
is writing.
You're like Daffy Duck when he's getting erased. Someone's writing you.
It probably is Looney Tune. Like I'm part of the Looney Tune verse. And so there's that, and then, dude, man, the amount of times that I've just torn my pants crossing a fence, I've had to have like 2 people. Okay, I'm in better shape right now, right? Like I joke around about being like the fat kid in the group. Like that's I no longer shine shoes. Okay,
You're like what's the guy? He's in Stand By Me. Jerry. He was the voice of Superman.
Yeah.
And he was the fat kid in Stand By
He
Me,
was,
and
yeah.
then he got all jacked later.
Exactly. So I think I could jump a fence now, if you ask me to.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
But dude, like even with, because we crossed this plane into some planes with these barbed wire fence, and they rather, because they knew I wasn't going to be able to jump it, so then they hold it open.
Yeah.
And I still don't fit. And then I either tear my shirt or I tear the crotch in my shorts. I would never get scathed. I jumped the fence. The one time I got the foot over, I have the hand placement, and you're doing like the side over the side. My foot slips and I fall and knock the wind out. And it's just like, man. So my relationship with fences is like,
I can tell you that it could be worse. I went to school with a kid in junior high that lost a testicle going over a fence, and everyone knew about it.
oh God,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it
So,
could be worse.
It could be worse.
This fence sucks though, man. So climbing over the top of it, and then we got that pro dude coming, and I'm like, man, like I'm telling him, I'm like, here's how you're gonna do it, because he's got the opportunity coming. So I'm like, whatever you do, just take your time.
Yeah,
like,
do not fall off
get
this
hurt
fence. Yeah.
just because of this. And so he's super athletic. Obviously, he does it like easily. But it was cool, man. So like we got a lot of really good work in. And obviously, he's a pitcher. So and the other guy that's on my team is also a pitcher. So a lot of talk and shop with them. Really cool to hear. Just a lot of like the big league kind of approach to pitching mechanics and things along those lines. And so like getting to toss with him, obviously, his 70% is like, I'm shaking at the boots. He's like, hey, can you catch for me? And I'm like,
You're all, no
he's
thanks.
throwing off the mound, bro. And I'm not getting down on a knee, and I'm not like, I'm just kind of standing there. I play first base, so I got a first base mitt. So you're used to seeing throws, so it's like a little easier. But man, every time he threw, I caught myself going, breathing. And then he was like, I'm gonna throw a cutter. And then I was like, oh, what is it gonna do? And then he's like, why don't you stand behind the net and then just put your glove up? And I'm like, sounds good to me, because I'm like, I'm not trying to get tagged. So man, he throws gas. But it was a really good time. So he ended up having to leave, but then we were there hitting some BP on the field. And it was just, dude, like my feet are burning through my cleats. I'm like, because this field,
it's not fit for human consumption today.
Yeah, there was nobody out, and like it was a turf batter's box, so it's just absorbing heat. Like you could freaking fry an egg. And I have a good decent first round or whatever, but the last one, dude, I felt like pasta when you put it in water, and it goes from solid to just
to wiggly.
And then when you're done and you're destroyed, and then you're like, mother of God, we have to jump the fence to get out.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Dude, I almost called 911 to like come break the lock of the fence.
Oh, dude.
I was like, either that or Starflight. So we ended up just like chilling out for probably like 25 minutes, because I was like, I can't, like, there's no way we can do this right now. And not only that, but we have a bucket of like 60 baseballs, and then my bag weighs freaking like, I don't know, 70 pounds. And then so you're basically
God.
Somebody climbs up, and then you handing the stuff to each other. So it very much was like, man, the things we do to ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The things
That's
we
for
do
real
to play
dedication.
ball. Yeah, but it's what separates.
I'm supposed to have 9:30 a.m. training tomorrow in a garage, and I'm like, I don't know if it's possible, like, to survive such a thing. Like,
there's something about it though, man. I mean, if you got Rocky on your wall,
I got
Or at least
I got Rocky in the room.
You got Rocky action figures?
Yeah.
You got no choice, man.
Yeah,
You
but
got
I ain't
no
fighting
choice.
Drago for like.
Yeah, that's true. But that's it on my end, man. I haven't really been super itchy, just because I've been doing a lot of videos and stuff on Instagram. We've talked about that a lot. You and I have talked about that. But I am beyond itchy right now, man.
It's time.
Beyond itchy.
Time.
It is time.
You need to make some purchases.
I need to do some stuff. But what about you?
Man, I had a busy week in a good way. A lot of work, a lot of lifting, a lot of writing. I got hot on a writing project again.
That's true.
Which took up a lot of my kind of mental energy, but not a great deal of time. But in the toy room is really where I was putting in work. I was talking about it a lot. It was time to get rid of the sports sections, get rid of the Lakers section, take down the Lakers section and the 49ers sections. They're going to move out into the hall. And actually, we don't really talk sports because I don't think our audience has ever seen a ball. But I don't think I'm going to put the Lakers section back up. They sold this week, and they sold to kind of just evil people that I don't really wish to think about, and I'm not as big of a basketball fan as I used to be. I'm a bigger 49er fan than I've ever been with every day that goes by, so that section's going back up.
Yeah. So the Lakers guy also owns the Dodgers. And
the guy who sold the Lakers owns the Dodgers. And,
yeah.
And he's being investigated for something.
Yeah, and so there's talk about people being the Dodgers might be next.
Yeah. See, he needs money quick. You don't buy a major sports franchise, an American institution, and sell it in 14 months unless things are bad. So, dude, that's crazy stuff. Yeah. But I got two huge Billy bookshelves, constructed them, and inserted them into the spaces where the sports stuff was. They're white. They look great. Added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 shelves basically to the room that were not there previously, and increased my storage or my display capacity by, I don't know, 1,000 figures. So I basically don't have to worry about space anymore, which is weird. It feels weird to be that liberated. This is all on Instagram at Mighty Champions. The whole process, I made a reel. It's over there. You can see what it looks like. It looks freaking great. And then I took my Hasbro, WWF Hasbros, I took them out of the ring and I put them into the shelf. They look awesome with the VHS risers. I put the Hulk shrine into the shelf. That'll grow and expand and be a living thing. I put the Justice League 10 inches into the shelf. They may or may not stay there.
It looks good. I think it's
a placeholder.
I mean, I think it looks cool. I actually think it would look cool if there were just other things around it. You know
they may end up being backers for the Mattel DC collection.
Exactly like that.
They may end up doing that. I love having them, but they are kind of standard, right? Mm-hmm. And then I put my movie display, movie characters, movie figures back up just to fill space. That could come down at any moment. Most of this stuff is shelf fillers for now. I would say out of the 14 spaces that I have available, 11 of them are still available, even though there's stuff in them right now.
It's a lot of real estate.
Yeah, it's a ton of real estate. And then I put my Rocky stuff in there also.
Which is a purchase.
Yeah. One, so that I can see it. It was on the wall next to the door, and I couldn't see it. And two, I made a purchase, a big boy purchase. I was sitting at work, and I was getting itchy. I had some extra time. And we live in a toyless nightmare. We live in a town that simply doesn't have toy stores worth going to. And I was like, I need to make a purchase. I just need to, right?
Yeah, that aren't an hour plus away. Probably a little bit more clarity on that.
Yeah. I mean, what I collect, for the things that I buy, there's nowhere that I would go to that isn't in Dallas, San Antonio, or Houston. Sorry.
We got to go through freaking, really it's just traffic. Traffic is the only thing that stops us. You know what I'm saying? Like time and traffic.
I don't have infinite time.
Yeah.
So I went to, there's a nearby town called Round Rock. They got an antique mall. We've talked about it before.
I found the Bible Man figure there, which was a grail piece amongst homeschoolers alike.
It isn't exactly a, you can't necessarily count on it for toys, but it's not a disqualified place either. It's like the kind of place that you go to like twice a year.
Exactly. You got to give it time in betwixt visits.
Yeah. And you had told me the last time you were there, which was actually kind of a long time ago as far as like toy flip time goes, that there was a Rocky 3-3-pack from Jakks Pacific there. And you sent me the picture and I looked at it kind of quick and I judged it and said, I don't really want to, I didn't want to spend the money on that day. So I went back, looked at the whole store, didn't find anything, was wondering where this Rocky thing was, maybe it's sold. Ended up finding it, looked it up on eBay, and it was exactly the price it was supposed to be. Wasn't too much, wasn't a great deal, it was right market value, and I said, you know what, I drove all the way out here, give me this. Big boy purchase, ended up with tax and everything being about $135 for this gorgeous 3-pack with Rocky, Apollo, and Polly. Somebody at work asked me, is that Black Rocky? I said, no, that's Apollo Creed. You need to read a book.
Australian, I would imagine, this person that asked.
I also did a video for this Rocky 3-pack that's on Instagram at Mighty Champions, like kind of diving into it. It is beautiful, man. I'm so happy to have this thing. So that's what has been going on with me, is basically just getting these shelves up. I'm also really good at building IKEA furniture, to the point where Danielle was like, well, then why don't you buy me a dresser? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, you buy the dresser, I'll put it together. And she was like, deal. I'm like, don't try to duck season, rabbit season me.
I don't know what it is, but we have an IKEA dresser. My girlfriend works for IKEA, and 4 of them don't open. Like, I don't know if she just built them backwards or what. She did it.
Danielle's been fighting this dresser through 2 moves for 8 years. And I'm like, just get a new damn dresser. She just won't do it. So I guess I'll be building it once she buys it, because I'm really good at putting together IKEA furniture. Don't ask me why. I put these 2 shelves together in like an hour, like less than an hour. And that's getting rid of all the garbage and scraps and all that kind of stuff too. All right, should we get into the Q&A?
Let's do it.
When the enemy attacks in the night,
An attack!
spot him with the light, get him in your sight. Micro machines, night attack!
Blast 'em!
Night attack with 6 firing missiles, hidden weapons, and a seek and destroy searchlight, so they can run.
But they can't hide. I spot you, now I got you!
Spot him with the light, get him in your sight. Micro machines, night attack!
Think big, play small. Micro Machines. New Micro Machines Night Attack playset. Other vehicle figure collections sold separately. You put it together. Batteries not included.
Like I said, we pulled these questions from all over the place. If you guys are following us at Mighty Champions, from time to time we'll put up, hey, send us your questions, or you could just do it whenever the hell you feel like it. I put the same thing up on Reddit. I just kind of went around Reddit and found people who were asking questions generally on Reddit. A couple people texted us, a couple people emailed, so we've got a ton of questions here. I tried to somewhat break it up between toy-related and not toy-related. So we'll start with the toy-related ones, and then we'll do the news, and then we'll get to the not toy-related, just life questions. Okay, first one from Mike Paz 2845. What is a toy line you love looking at but have zero desire to actually collect? There's actually a bunch for me. I like looking at McFarlane's.
Yeah.
Like I like the way McFarlane's look nowadays. Like early days, they look like trash. They look like they were wearing diapers and they just had bad paint app. They just looked weird to me. But now they look pretty much like A+. They're just too big and too expensive, and I know the Mattels are coming. So for me, I would say like I really love looking at McFarlane's. especially the last, I don't know, year, 2 years, I don't know, a year and a half, whatever it's been since they've just been cranking out great figures.
I don't know if there's any modern ones that get me on that. This is going to be weird. You're going to be surprised by this, but I've said it kind of. But like late 90s, maybe early 2000s wrestling.
You like looking at those?
I feel like the WCW, like the that,
Toy Biz and the Jack Pacific?
like those ones, I feel like looking at them in the packaging is just kind of like...
There's hope for you yet.
I mean, I think because it's so like hardcore, it's just like arms crossed, barbed wire.
Extreme.
It's like that. They do such a good job. And I think there is like a place in my memory core bank where I'm in KB Toys and I see the wrestling thing, and I think it's traveled this far into the future.
I would also throw in like Total Justice and
that type of stuff, yeah.
All the offshoot Batman, the Dark Knight, and Batman anything like that I wouldn't necessarily collect, but I always stop and look at them.
I think another one is statues. Like I think I could like go in and look at a ton of statues and be like, that looks super cool, that's super cool. But just like I'm cool to not have it. Cause
honestly, there's probably if you took me into like a loaded toy store like Dallas Vintage Toys or something and asked me the same question, I would probably have 300 answers for you.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit there and look at Dick Tracy, Aliens, whatever. You know what I mean? Like Spawn. There's probably
Spawn's a good one.
A ton of them that I'm like, I'm never gonna buy one of those, but I'll sit there and look at it because I remember it or like it or it just looks cool.
It has the look,
for sure. Next question from at MLJimmy83. If you could walk into Toys R Us in any year with $500, what year are you picking? So the $500 is the defining factor right there, right? Because I saw this question, I said, I know exactly what Christian's going to pick. It's just the years that he was a kid. But with $500, the further back you go, the further that gets you.
Yeah.
Right? So that was an interesting aspect to that. And for me, I think it's like your era. Honestly, I think it's like 2006.
Okay.
Because $500 in that zone still gets me Predator, NECA Predator. It still gets me Jax Rocky. And it gets me WWF Classic Superstars. And that's like, dude, $500 right there is like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to see in the afterlife.
Yeah, it makes me think about how I would approach it. Of course, I'm going in, like anywhere from 2000 to 2006. But I'm putting myself in my own shoes and being like, okay, you have $500. What do you do? Do you go for the big fish? And then you get a bunch, because the $500 of the Christian today would be like,
today that would get you pretty far, but there's not a Toys R Us.
There's not a Toys R Us, right? If they are, they're freaking god awful.
Yeah,
we
could probably do a segment in the future about the like mirage.
It is an absolute mirage.
That is Toys R Us.
Yep, it's an absolute mirage. So my first initial thought is I go for, like, let's say if I go during like 2002, 2003, and I get the Sinister 6-pack.
Ooh.
Right, which is probably not even $100 at the time. I get the Fantastic 4-pack. I get the X-Men 5-pack. I get the Spider-Man or Marvel Legends Urban Legends pack.
Oh yeah!
I think I walk away.
That's the good shit.
I think I walk away with those 4, and then maybe.
Do you still have $100 left over?
I bet you I have.
No, $400 left over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you probably have $450 left over.
I think those at the time, I think they were, I know they weren't over 100 at the time.
The 5-packs?
Yeah.
No, dude, they were like $30-$40.
Something like that. Yeah.
They were like inexpensive.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
dude, so that one would be tough. I would say like maybe I get like the full size Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Like I would feel like I would go for stuff like that. where it's like bigger items that I would never have dreamt of. Obviously, right now, I mean, if it was today, with me thinking that, I'm buying it all.
It's the combination of saying Toys R Us and $500. Because if you give me $500 today, I can stretch that really far. I just couldn't take it to Toys R Us.
Yeah, exactly.
And my first inkling was like, oh, like the 80s. But $500 is honestly too much.
It's too much. That's what I was saying. I was like, even for being back then, it almost feels like it's like you know, I'm thirsty, but yet I'm drowning.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah. Okay, this one is from CJP_99. What current action figure line do you think collectors are going to be nostalgic for 20 years from now?
You know, the Toy Federation podcast, I'll listen to them, and they made a really, really good point, which is anime. They said, I believe that anime will be something that a lot of people will look back on.
Right now.
People are super into something that's so dumb. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Shots fired.
I know, I'm not kidding. I really am not kidding. But I don't have to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But I do believe that also.
No, that's true for sure. Because anime is huge.
I think it is. So I was at the thrift store yesterday, and this is another reason why I was getting itchy, is because I felt this quest within me stirring, and I said, I'm listening. Now guide me. And so we go to Savers. We go to Texas Thrift. It's like, it's close. I'm like, I'm close. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Then we go to Savers, and I'm in the back, and this thing is flush, and like the toys that's like overflowing, right? Like how it always is. I find a Spider-Man like RC car, and I could tell by the logo, it's like it's the era, and I'm like, I'm getting closer. Speaking of 1999 WCW, let me see here.
You're looking through.
I'm looking through your shelf. Who's a guy that was? Did Big Show have hair?
Yeah, he was the Giant.
Okay.
They have the Giant.
I don't know.
I need him for my NWO display.
I might have to look him up. But what was even the question again? I'm completely...
Things that are current that are going to be nostalgic later.
Oh, okay. Anime. Why did I talk about thrift stores?
I don't know, man. You ramble.
Oh, my God.
You're getting old, bro.
Oh, check it out. While I was in there, I was seeing the baggies of just like modern toys that they're just offloading because their kid is now 3 when he was 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was like, God, this is the worst era of like the BS toys where it's big. It's just tiny toys with big heads and big eyes.
Yeah.
And big feet.
They all have that Spider-Man and Friends body shape.
It's just so bad. And I was like, this is going to be somebody's vintage toys right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I actually said this to you like a day or two ago before this question even came up. It's McFarlane's. This time period that I'm talking about where they've just upped their game. They upped their game as far as what they look like and who they're choosing to make figures of and how well they're doing it, right? The ones that we've talked about like recently, the Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman that just look like the characters that they're supposed to look like. This last hurrah that they're on 5, 10, 12 years from now, somebody who doesn't even collect figures yet is going to go, oh, I'm a McFarlane guy. Let me get those DC Multiverses.
Yeah.
Those ones specifically.
So I think about the Rizzler.
I have 180'd on the Rizzler.
Dude, the Rizzler is freaking hilarious.
Saw him today holding a assault rifle made of Legos, and I was like, that's my guy.
Dude. He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
He's the chosen one. But he's a Marvel Legends diehard.
Yeah.
Like Marvel Legends diehard. So to me, it's like that's like vintage is going to be Marvel Legends, like modern Marvel Legends, right?
That too.
So,
yeah, but it won't end.
It won't end.
So
but
you could be nostalgic for the last ones from a long time ago, but
Yeah.
it won't have an end. There won't be a checklist. Yeah, that is the Giant.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like trying to think about people back then.
Sorry, you just showed me a picture.
Yeah. It was the or the Giant, I guess. But man, I just was trying to think who looks like this.
I need that for my NWO display.
Man, it was only like $3 or something.
Oh.
But
Okay, next question from Brandon. You guys talk about definitive figures a lot. What character still doesn't have a definitive figure? This one's huge for you. I have an answer. This one's huge for you because the Toy Biz Marvel Legends checklist is relatively short, right? The DC UC is pretty long, but like I'm sure somebody is outstanding. For me, I'm going to tell you this. You're gonna not believe me. Mattel has been making WWE figures since 2012. We're currently in 2026. And there has yet to be a definitive Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No freaking way.
In my point of view.
Okay.
They've got the definitive wrestling gear. They've got the definitive entrance gear. They got the monster truck. They got the bloodbath. They got the time he got arrested. They got all of these classic moments. But I had to make a custom, because it doesn't exist, of jeans and vest. The look that he's wearing on Celebrity Deathmatch. The look that he's wearing in the Got Milk commercial. The look that he's wearing in the intro to fucking WWE Monday Night Raw. Like, the Steve Austin 1997, 1998 jeans, boots, vest, gold chain, jacked, tan, mean... DTA, don't trust nobody. That look is not in a figure form unless you make a custom.
You said DTN?
DTA, don't trust nobody.
What is that?
That's what he said. Yeah, like, he just was riffing.
DTN, though. I thought there was just
it
like...
stands for don't trust anybody.
Okay.
But he was...
Don't trust nobody.
Don't trust nobody.
Amazing, man.
Bench
press.
He has such...
Lat pull down.
He has such an amazing way with words.
You said that his wife was British?
His first wife was British, yeah, and she told him, drink your tea before it gets stone cold, and that's how he came up with the name.
Say that one more time.
don't Fantastic Four him.
Baby, say that one more time. Why has there never been a mid-90s, suburban commando-esque movie about how they're trying to classy him up because he goes to England for the first time?
Yeah, like a King Ralph.
Yes, it's like, that's the craziest combo.
You just take a dude from South Texas and take him to England.
In England, and then he puts wrestling on the map in England.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
Yeah. He's trained by Dave Taylor, who was he was like the prince or something like that. Who's from an English wrestler.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question again?
Definitive definitive figure that's lacking.
Marvel. Let's see if I can come up with one on the top of my dome. Do you have any other ones that you have that you could riff off of?
There's probably a million wrestlers that I could do that with. I still don't think that there's been a definitive Shawn Michaels. Like, it's tough because he has so many different looks. Like, there's those are the ones that immediately come to mind. When it comes to superheroes and the other stuff that I like, that's all well tackled.
So this one is interesting, but I think I could still use it because obviously I collect Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Cyclops has been done twice. He has a variant figure of himself. It's two, but it's the uncanny suit. So it's got the cowl that he wears.
Oh, Toy Biz never did the Jim Lee.
They did, but it was from the X-Men Classics line. And it's interesting because it's almost like they used, if I had to take a guess, a Spider-Man body, which doesn't really make sense. I still love the figure.
It's a little. I mean, they call him slim, but that's a little too slim.
He's very, very slim. I'd say that's my biggest complaint. But that's the only Jim Lee classic Cyclops that Toy Biz in that time frame, 2002 or whatever. But yeah, I would say there's not really a definitive Toy Biz Cyclops other than the uncanny. Which is, why didn't you use the body you used
for that one?
Because this one is really, it's actually really it's a really stiff figure, but it's very jacked.
My view of him is from the Masterpiece cards, the Joe Jusko Masterpiece cards, where he is uber jacked. He looks like a 90s bodybuilder, like everybody did.
somewhere.
But he's wearing the Jim Lee suit, and he's crazy jacked. But he's like tall still, so he looks athletic.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I would say for that probably.
Yeah. Next question from 9RA_Sean. What's the most money you've ever spent on one figure, and did you regret it immediately? This has come up before, and it's a very different conversation for you and I because I spend more money than you do. I can tell you immediately, no, I didn't regret it. There's definitely times where I've been like, ugh, man, maybe that wasn't great timing for the money spent, or in this case, I had a huge bill come due right after I bought this Rocky thing. Mm-hmm. But the most money, and also the most money I've spent is a little bit different because I've used like birthday money or gift cards or that kind of stuff like really frequently that was like high amounts that I'm like, I don't really consider that money that I spent. Combat Belt Batman, that wasn't out of my bank account. The Legion of Doom Hasbros, that's 2 figures. That was like pretty pricey. The Legion of Doom Mattels, that was 2 figures. That was pretty pricey. But I also think I didn't spend that money. Nothing honestly really comes to mind where I was like, I just went and bought that straight up out of my bank account and was like, whew, that was stiff. Yeah, I buy like $60, $70, $80 stuff.
Yeah, you have a higher...
A lot. I buy lots. Like, I did a video for Lightning Strike Batman. It is about $75 on eBay now. I bought 12 BTAS figures for like 120, so it like appreciated like that. So out of my pocket, there's nothing that I like. Oh, actually, I take that back. I'm just straight up lying. All of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator figures that I have 3 of them, and all 3 of them have been like toy show or we traveled to a toy store, and they've all been really pricey and been something I had to deliberate really hard on.
You don't regret them,
and they've all appreciated since I bought them.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't regret it.
I don't regret it. No.
Yeah.
I don't regret a single toy. If I did, I would have already sold it and made money back from it. That's the whole thing with this hobby. Like, don't look at it as an investment. But look at it as if you treat your stuff well, it's never really spent.
Yeah.
It's just money moved over here. Like, I could sell virtually everything in here and make more than what I spent on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, virtually everything.
Yes.
So.
Same. I will say this, I don't have an answer for this yet. Because I do believe there will come a time when I have no choice but to spend more money. Because I think there is a time where that will come.
Yeah.
And I'm very good at navigating cheap like figures, and if I do spend a lot, it's because I got 12.
Yeah. So
I will say that I don't have any like that right now. There was a couple figures that I bought that I mean, almost every figure I probably feel bad about after buying.
You just stay feeling
I just
bad.
have guilt because I'm just like, dang, man, like, should I have done that? Or like, whatever reason. But like, you and Samantha are the 2 most like, you know...
Shooting from the hip.
Shooting from the hip people I know. And both of y'all are like, dude, you're fine. I'm like, okay, good. And then I'm just taking bad advice.
We keep you grounded, man.
Yeah.
All right, next question from elitist.exe. What's one piece you need in your collection that you don't have? So I guess another way of phrasing that would be outstanding Grails.
A lot.
That there's never going to be, that'll never hit 0 because I'll always replenish it. The first thing that comes to mind that is just like, I would have it already if I didn't decide that I have to buy it in person. Mm-hmm. Power Arm Terminator.
Yeah.
T2 Power Arm Terminator is my white guitar to Wayne and Wayne's World. Like, I gotta have that. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But honestly, if I was to go around everything I collect, I could find something that I'm like, you're next up. Next man up.
I have a lot in almost everything I collect. But I would say that just... something that comes to mind, which almost ties back into the last question, which is the Ultimate Godzilla, which is 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you're looking at 3 bills on eBay, like out of the box, probably. So that one is probably one that I would say. But that's the beautiful thing about all of the lines that we collect. We should actually put together all, and like how many lines do you actually collect? Because I think I have. Yeah, you have a lot. And
daunting. I mean, I do keep a Google Drive list for each one and an actual checklist. So if we were doing this like a
segment,
like I could go on and on and on for a very long time. But
yeah, I think there's a lot. I'll name one right now. Tons of the Spider-Man classics, I would say, is probably like really, 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 really big.
You still need to finish the Galactus.
Yeah, the Galactus wave, stuff like that. So there's a lot of them. There's a lot.
Next question from Mean Green Swamp Thing. If Hasbro announced Marvel Legends was ending tomorrow, what are the 5 characters you'd need them to make first? I bet you I couldn't come up with 5. Because, one, they've been making them for so unbelievably long that there's really not major outstanding characters. There's probably like teams, like lower level teams like Alpha Flight or, the Midnight Suns or something like that have one character that hasn't been made. I don't do that. So, although that is a really good question, I don't think I could come up with 2. I don't think I could come up with 1. Honestly, that for me personally, just off the top of my head, nothing is like, I don't think almost all Marvel Legends now are that super rare suit that they wore that one time, or we updated the joints on this character that we've already released 8 times, or this was exclusive only to Walgreens 12 years ago, but now you can get it everywhere, or you know what I mean? It's not we've never made this character. That's really, really rare. And I don't really do C, D level characters that maybe I don't even know who they are. I will say that there hasn't been a Quicksilver that I've liked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is something that like you would just have them redo better?
Iceman, Quicksilver, Shocker.
Okay.
Like the Shocker's bad.
So 3. There's 3.
There hasn't been a Doctor Strange that I've loved. Hey Saba, why don't you shut up? There hasn't been a fully 100% executed Cyclops that wasn't either cell shaded or didn't have weird cartoon lips.
Okay.
So if I'm really stretching, reaching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could probably go through the list like that and be like, let's upgrade it. But as far as just hasn't even happened, I don't think there's any for me.
Yeah, this would, if I had like a better list off the top of my dome about like if I'm putting this in my wheelhouse of like Toy Biz Marvel Legends, like the ones that didn't get made, because there are a ton of them that didn't get made.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think there's a video that displaying model behavior that kind of goes over some of these figures that were like on the cusp of getting made before Marvel lost before Toy Biz lost the license.
Yeah.
So I definitely would go with the Cyclops because of like kind of tying back into the other question, going with like a really good Cyclops. I would say probably there were figures that were intended to come out that whenever their initial release, or when they were like a photo of them was shown and then their actual release were 2 different figures or like head sculpts. Yeah,
I didn't realize until he was talking about it, there's a bunch of them where the picture on the front of the box is a different figure than what's in the box.
Yeah. Mr. Fantastic being one of those, because that's probably one of the worst Toy Biz faces. So I would need to go back and look at what those are, because I do think there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that could be made.
This one's from Danny. What vintage line would completely bankrupt you if you decided you had to finish it? TMNT.
Yeah.
that's it. TMNT.
Well, finish it means to have started it.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have started it now. I don't think. That's what I was asking. But if you try to finish TMNT, you need to be outrageously rich. Like, outrageously rich.
Yeah, I'm going to say for me, probably would be JP, Jurassic Park.
Ooh, yep.
Jurassic Park through Jurassic Park 3. I think that would absolutely
those
tank.
Those are big boys.
Yeah.
This one's from Mike. What's worse, a great figure of a character you don't care about, or a mediocre figure of one of your favorite characters? I mean, I would say that a less than great version of somebody that I actually intend to buy, because I just wouldn't buy the other one. So, this one is from Boxy Brown 239. Have you ever been inside Kids and Cats Unique Gifts? Because every time I go, they're closed.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Have you checked Google to see if it's temporarily closed for good?
Kids and Cats Unique Gifts, which is here in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of this place.
I'm going to look it up. Kids and Cats?
Kids and Cats.
It just feels like it's...
I'm looking at a Reddit post from 1 year ago that says it's been closed. So, yeah, sorry about that one, Boxy.
Holy God on earth, dude. A year ago, I am looking at actual toys in a case on this.
Like
I've never even heard of this place ever.
Yeah, maybe this is why it's closed, because they didn't advertise to people like us.
Dude, there's like all kinds of...
Tragic.
Man, there's like... I'm looking at... There's like Looney Tunes stuff. There's some Batman stuff. Right now I can see Hawk and Dove from the Justice League Unlimited. Like, man, what? When was this a thing? It's almost like, oh my God.
This would have been open since we've been doing the podcast and we've never heard of it.
I mean, like, just like nothing in Austin looks like that right now.
Good grief, man. That's devastating.
Every time I've gone, it's been closed. That's funny.
Now it's closed permanently. Okay, the next one comes from...
No. It says open till 7 p.m.
The Reddit post that I just saw said permanently closed a year ago. We'll have to do some further investigation offline. All right, next question from Biscuit and Gravy Adventures. If you could be any action figure, who would it be? Like, are we talking like a Toy Story scenario where, like, you know, the lasers are just lights and we actually are a action figure?
Yeah.
I guess who's got, you know, none of, do they have relative strength? Do they have any powers? Are they all basically like as strong as Woody? Like,
honestly, man, probably one of my Power Rangers.
I'd probably go with some kind of Batman, because then you have a bunch of stuff.
I mean, you do, but for some reason the Power Ranger thing just feels sick. Like, I mean, obviously I would say I feel like Wolverine or Batman would be like a go-to, but something about being a Power Ranger.
I'm going to go modern. I'm going to go with the brand new Ultimate Edition Cactus Jack. I get a mop and a trash can and a table.
That's basically half of the things that you do at 9 a.m. where you're mopping the bathroom floor at the gym.
And a baseball bat filled with nails.
And a sock that can talk to you. Isn't that one of his things?
No, it doesn't talk to him.
Okay.
God, get it together, man. Okay, next question from Jordan Allums. Okay, this one could end our friendship.
I saw a clip of it and I was like, I was loading my gun on the way here.
Who's winning a fight? Christian's Toy Biz Marvel Legends or John's Hasbro Marvel Legends? Okay. First, we need to make up some ground rules here about what does it mean to fight. Are we taking the entire checklist? If so, I've got you outnumbered by tenfold. Does articulation matter in a fight? Because the Hasbro articulation is better also.
I don't know if it is. I mean, like, I don't know if it is.
I mean...
Against certain...
Can Cyclops touch his eyes?
But, I mean, Spider-Man can do it all.
But Cyclops is useless if he can't touch his eyes.
I mean, maybe. I'd have to look, but... I mean, so, okay. Toy Biz is enduring. They endearing and enduring. Are those two different words? I have no idea. But they were meant they were built with love of the character and the okay, we want to get it right. We want to love these characters. We want to honor these characters. They were built with honor and love and toy and Hasbro was like,
you get beat up with honor and love then.
But here's the thing though, it's like they were the most true forms of their characters. I'll say that. Like they love.
The question is not about which figures are better.
I know. So then, if you take a Hasbro figure, they would just be like, you guys seen my hands that can hold the thing?"
Oh, so you're putting the characteristics of the people who made them onto the figures?
I don't know. I just hate modern.
I guess the answer is we'll never know.
Well, I mean, but it's just
that Hasbro destroyed Toy Biz.
They're just throwing their like extra hand accessories at each other, and then Toy Biz is.
This is like that movie, The Warriors,
Yeah.
where your 11 figures are just completely and utterly outnumbered, trying to survive the night against 10,000 Hasbro Marvel Legends.
I mean, to be honest, the 4 Hulks, Toy Biz Hulks, or 5 Hulks that I have, or whatever, would annihilate half of your shelf. Look at those things.
We might have a script on our hands here.
Perhaps.
The Warriors played out with toys.
Oof. That's
Come
cool.
out and play,
That's
bro.
Cool.
Okay.
Whoa, that already is the tagline.
Okay, I gotta get off of that before I get distracted and we don't recover the podcast. Okay, a few more toy ones and then we'll switch it up to the news. This one's from Nick. Who is the greatest wrestling action figure character ever? Not wrestler, the guy whose look always makes a good toy. Man, that's tough. Shawn Michaels always looks good. The Undertaker always looks good. Rey Mysterio, like, if I really had, like, I don't think anybody's been figured as much as Rey Mysterio has. Those are probably the Ultimate Warrior.
I was gonna say, if from a non-wrestling guy,
Yeah.
if I'm a toy buying guy, I'm going probably 100% Ultimate Warrior. I'm probably would go Sting. I think Sting
looks
and
great.
then the Legion of Doom. I think those 4
Yeah.
are like the most toy because
I would put Legion of Doom 1 if they had more figures. They don't have as many. They don't get figured as frequently as some
Yeah.
of those others. But yeah.
But if I had those toys, because really, like Sting is essentially the Crow, right? Like
yeah,
in
but he's
way.
got a lot of different looks within that.
Yeah,
and,
that
and then
look
the
in
surfer version of him too.
Oh,
It
okay,
looks great.
that look in particular, though, I feel like is like
So
could
sick.
fit along if I was playing action figures. I mean, the Legion of Doom definitely would be like pretty good.
Yeah.
To like have.
Impossible to overcome the coolness of Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this one from Heel Tommy. What wrestler has somehow never gotten a figure that really nailed them? Bret Hart. But for whatever reason, Mattel cannot make a goddamn wrestling figure that looks like Bret Hart. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. I don't know how they can't do it, but they nail everyone else so perfectly. But that is the one true answer. Okay, this is the last one here from Troy Toy Booker. You each get to book one ridiculous dream match using action figures only. Who's fighting? We did an episode like this, which
Yeah.
I think we should come back to.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of it was, but basically we put together a
Action
whole
Figure Fight Federation or something like that.
Yeah, Action Figure Fight Federation. So I guess that's what we're doing here, without the boundaries that it has to be from separate universes. Okay, let me think on this. I just glanced over at Superman, but that makes things harder, like every single time, because then you have to find somebody who can go toe to toe. So I'm not going to do that.
I'd be like, so my DC Universe Classics Wildcat versus pick your poison, baby, because Wildcat ain't afraid to fight.
You have
nobody.
to pick somebody. You have half an amazing idea.
I don't know, Rocky. I mean, I would pull one of those Rockies. Have Wildcat
hand-to-hand?
hand-to-hand combat. Rocky and Wildcat is the craziest fight ever.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think Wildcat versus a wrestler would also be amazing.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like he needs to fight like somebody scary. Versus Stone Cold would be insane.
I'm gonna go Terminator and RoboCop because we've never seen it. It's
Yeah.
always been pondered. Big time schoolyard conversation when I was a kid. We've never actually seen it take place, though.
My favorite one from that episode was The Thing versus Ed 209.
That was good.
That's so good.
That was good. Yeah, go back and listen to that episode. All right, let's get to the news before we get to some more questions.
New at 11, buyer beware. A local family is outraged over a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy that they bought for their son. It says a variety of phrases, but the family believes one of them includes a swear word that starts with a B.
Big things in the news this week. Actually, McFarlane is the first ones, shockingly, to come out of the gates after SDCC with some stuff to show. The first thing, I think we've already seen the figure, but we've got a pre-order date of August 18th for Doomsday. This Doomsday, well, let me see, it's exclusively at the McFarlane store, so I'll never actually see it in the wild, but this would go into your upcoming Mattel collection because it's huge.
Yeah.
Right? And it looks exactly like Doomsday from Death of Superman. Like, this is what I was talking about with McFarlane. They are killing it now. That's the best Doomsday ever without question. Like, without question. And you couldn't say McFarlane DC Multiverse's blank was the best ever until recently.
I mean, it looks like you could throw it at a home intruder. And
that's a weapon.
Yeah.
That is a weapon. They also showed off Gold Label Robin. They're classifying it as 60s/70s. This also goes up on August 18th at the McFarlane store. That's your, 60s, 70s short shorts, goes with your
elf shoes.
Yeah,
and
goes with
maybe.
your blue Batman. That was my introduction to Batman and Robin. That's what he looked like, so I think it looks good. And then you've got your Atrocitus and Red Lantern that we talked about last week. That is pre-order now. So that's available for pre-order, I think, anywhere, everywhere. Looks awesome. Definitely fill out your lantern shelf. How do you feel about Superman Blue and Red? Was that ever a thing to you?
Before, I remember seeing, in the corner of my young eyes, because I would think I was 98 or 97, because it was Grant Morrison at the time.
I feel, somewhere in there, because it was ongoing follow-up to Death of. Still.
Yeah, so...
It was if I remember right, he had absorbed too much solar energy and I don't
split
know.
into two or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't my era. I just remember seeing it again in my peripherals at very young age.
They look good. I liked the look at the time. Obviously, it's not going to. It's like Spider-Man. You're never going to top the best original regular look, but you can have other cool looks, and this is another cool look. So it's a 2-pack with blue and red. It is available for pre-order now, exclusively at the McFarlane store. That's kind of weird that they're doing that. Yeah, so that one's available. And then they showed off the Green Lantern core, which I think we brought this up last week, but it just says coming soon. And it's got Sinestro, Medfill, Not Killoy, and Grill. So
makeup.
they look freaking great together, though. There's a Gold Label Catwoman from Hush. That goes up for pre-order on August 18th at the McFarlane store. And then there is a Bane from Nightfall that looks like the best Bane ever made. And that goes up on the 18th on the McFarlane store.
Yeah, that looks pretty amazing.
Great job, McFarlane DC Multiverse. They're finishing very, very strong. Okay, moving over to Mezco. Already, what is this? What is the Baron Benz from the Rumble Society, which appears to be a underwater elemental? I don't know what this is. I don't know why anyone's supposed to care.
Oh,
but it exists, and it's from Mezco. It does look cool. It's like a deep sea diver, but he also looks like a Marvel. What are they called? Celestial.
Eternals Celestial, yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. Mondo is bringing back the Street Sharks, and they showed off both. What are these guys' names? Streaks and Ripper. I think Street Sharks is meant to be a soft vinyl Mondo thing. This sort of thing that Mondo does just really lends itself to the Street Sharks.
Yeah.
It just looks really cool. They also showed off Big Bad Workshop, that is, showed off the Tick. 2 different Ticks, long box hero Ticks. There's like a regular one, and then there's like a radioactive one. So if you're a Tick guy, you can go get those. Did you have any other news that you had spotted?
No, I think you checked all the boxes.
All right, let's answer some more questions.
Help! We've been robbed!
Stop, evildoers!
Introducing Super Stretchy Superhero Stretch Armstrong. Yes, Stretch Armstrong. Now stretching fun as far as it will go. He bends, he stretches, he even ties in knots, but always returns to his original shape.
How's he do that?
No one can figure that out. Stretch Armstrong, now in new smaller action figure sizes from Cat Toys. Who else?
All right, these last handful of questions have virtually nothing to do with toys. Like a little to nothing to do with toys. They're more just about us and our interests. This one is from VHS Graveyard. What movie did you love as a kid that you watched recently and realized is actually terrible? I actually watched a movie yesterday that I liked it when I was a kid, but it wasn't like revered or anything like that. But I'm here to tell you, it's god-awful in the most glorious way imaginable, and that's Rumble in the Bronx. Jackie Chan movie.
Okay.
It's called Rumble in the Bronx, meaning New York, and at no point does it look anything like New York. It's very clearly Canada.
Oh, gosh.
There's big green mountains in the background, and the interiors is like floral wallpaper, and like you just see graffiti that just says NY everywhere.
Oh, God.
And like it's really, really good bad. It was like Jackie Chan's like breakout in the US.
Okay.
It launched him.
It's a cool name.
I
like the
is
name.
a fun action movie that
Yeah.
just like the story gets progressively worse and worse as it goes, and I was cracking up, being like, "This is New York," where it's like the bad guy's on the golf course, and there's just huge green mountains in the background.
That's
like
funny.
it's very obviously Vancouver.
Man, I don't know if I have one, because it's like when I would go back and rewatch movies that I love, I'm just like, "Yep, that was great."
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
You admit Godzilla '98 is not a good movie.
Yeah, I think rewatching it again, it was like, okay, I understand why I liked this movie so much, was just because like the visuals and it just hit where it needed to hit. But when I rewatched it, I was like, what? Like nothing happened in this movie.
Yeah.
And then they killed Godzilla, which is just like so weird to do. But yeah, when I'm thinking back about like a lot of those movies like Heavyweights or
Surf
Ninjas. It's dude, I was cracking up at Surf Ninjas because it's actually funny.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
This one's from Tony. What movie do you think deserved a huge toy line and somehow never got one? I brought this up a dozen times and I'll bring it up until I'm dead. Mission Impossible. The Mission Impossible franchise not being a toy line is like a legitimate, long-lasting quality toy line is just a miss by humankind.
Yeah. I don't have one other than Ernest. The Ernest movies.
the Ernest verse.
I don't know if anybody would have bought those at the time, because who would want a skinny crackhead kind of looking guy? But I would love to have an Ernest collection.
Yeah. This one's from Kevin G. You're both stuck on a 10-hour road trip. Who controls the music, and what's the first argument?
Ooh, that's where it starts. I'm not... This is weird, because I'm in a band, play music. I've played music since I was 13 probably. And I don't really ever listen to music that much. So you probably would control the music. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say we're both pretty agreeable people also. Don't really complain about a whole lot.
Yeah.
Right? So pretty much whatever's on, I'm not gonna say anything even if I don't like it. Also, if it's just the two of us, we both pontificate quite a bit, and the music isn't even turned up because neither one of us shuts the fuck up long enough to hear it in the first place.
Yeah.
So even if it's a 10-hour road trip, which we've essentially done before, we just talk the whole time.
I was going to say, we would just be talking the whole time. Yeah, because I'm not really like my
There's not really going to be an argument. We're going to solve the world's problems.
Yeah, exactly. My girlfriend will get mad because she's just like, can we put something on, like music or whatever? And I'm just like, I guess. Like,
this is from Pit G Mac. What normal adult purchase do you hate spending money on because you immediately think that could have been 3 action figures? We've talked about this before. Most of my underwear would blow off if the window was open. I just don't want to buy socks and underwear.
Close the window, hurry. Oh my God, just you freaking begging Danielle, don't open the window. I'm the exact same way. I mean, my socks are just like basically for show.
They're only from the ankle up.
They're only from the ankle up. Oh my God. I mean, we referenced earlier, not to be crass, this is going to be a little bit rated R for any of those who are listening. But both scenarios, and this is like, the last time it happened was probably 2015, where my balls fell out of my boxers because I had holes in both my shorts and my boxers. The one was when I was younger, where it was the same scenario, just
my God.
Yeah. So that should tell you where I'm at.
I have a problem in life in spending money on anything that I think costs an amount that it's not supposed to cost. It isn't a matter of whether or not I can. It's a matter of like the principle, and I just can't mentally do it. And socks and underwear cost way more than they should. And at like Target, they're locked in a case. Well, and I'm not going to go get a 22-year-old and ask them to unlock my chonies. Like, just, what is this?
Dude, that's hilarious. I think it's the Target you go to, because the one that we go to, it's not locked up. But the whole time I went back there to go do the exact thing we're talking about, I'm looking, and I kept thinking that, it's just on the wrong peg. It's on the wrong peg. Like, there's no way that's $17 for 3 pairs of socks or whatever. And I'm like, what in the world? And then I found just like bottom of the barrel, like whatever. And I'm like, yeah.
That's what it should be, man.
It just, that's exactly right. So boxers, socks, dang, there's something else.
Last week I needed toothpaste and body wash, and I was stoked about it because it meant I had to go to Target.
Interesting.
I was like, go check the toy section.
See, for me, I'm like, how do I get both of those in the same bottle?
Toothpaste, body wash, ranch dressing.
Exactly.
Motor oil.
Yep. Yeah, like
for men.
Dude, yes. Deodorant. I mean, all of those things, man. Deodorant, freaking like body wash, whatever. Like, none of that stuff, man. It's like, if it's $3, like, I'm going for it.
You're going to the travel section where it's like super tiny.
It's funny because like I know one guy in particular that's just like, because I was running a bid off of this, and he's like, I don't know, I kind of like, I buy this type of like body wash or whatever, and it's like $13 body wash. I'm like, what is the point of that?
It's just going down the drain, literally.
Literally.
Okay, next question from Lenny Mex. In a zombie apocalypse, what would be your number one skill? I am a hobby I own guns and I go shooting, and I'm a okay marksman. I guess that would be one thing. I don't know if martial arts is going to be great against zombies because they just catch your hand and bite it. I'm a bit of a, like, I know survival skills. Like, I know plants that you can eat. I can tell directions. I can survive outside for a pretty good amount of time.
Cue the Michael Scott episode where he's doing the
dies in the backyard.
Yeah.
I think my number one skill, honestly, is just I like violence. I just would have a great time in that environment.
Yeah. I don't have any guns. I don't have like stuff like that, but I definitely have, I feel, more just based off of like certain scenarios that I've been in that were like high altitude, like high mental altitude, like where it would be like the fight or flight. Like I've had scenarios where I was just like kind of more in the forefront and being like, okay, this person needs an ambulance or whatever. And it's like, so I've been able to do that.
A calmness.
Like kind of keeping calm and kind of knowing what to do. But in a zombie apocalypse, I think I would be able to have a like a discernment of like decision making. Like I don't think that would be a good idea. Just simple at a gut feeling. If it was really, 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 really bad, I don't know how much of like a, you know, like the will to live component. Like when you look at like The Walking Dead or whatever, it's just like, what's the point?
The people are the real monsters.
Yeah, like that type of thing. But I think I would fall like the true answer is I would just love to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would just love that.
Dad, you killed zombie Flanders. Flanders was a zombie?
That's good.
This one is from Alex19. What fictional universe would actually be the worst one to live in, even though everybody thinks it would be cool? I've spent a lot of time thinking about this in my life. Gotham and Metropolis would be horrible places to live. Like, they talk about it in Lego Batman. Like, there would be someone launching deadly gas into the air and aliens coming to stomp on you and, you know, lasers coming through your high-rise apartment. Like Metropolis and Gotham would be a living nightmare at all times. Like, Spider-Man lives in New York, right? You got, you know, Jackie Chan or whatever, but, like, not the, you know, just normal life, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like I've thought about that quite a bit. Lord of the Rings would be something that could go either way.
I feel like there's like a universe in Lord of the Rings where nobody even knows what's going on.
No, that's the Shire.
Yeah.
So it's like the Shire, I think, would be that spot where you can just live away from like war. That's like why they live so long and stuff. But yeah, it would have this thing where it's like eventually once you just like walk past a certain point, then there's just spiders.
Oh, yeah.
Orcs.
I see what you're
like
saying, yeah.
Sea monsters. Like,
if you decide to leave the village,
exactly.
you're in rough shape.
Yeah.
All right, last two questions. What's, who is this from? Jeremy. What's something from the 90s you genuinely miss, and something from the 90s that people only pretend was better? The thing from the 90s that I miss, you mentioned it earlier, playing outside.
Yeah.
And to elaborate on that, playing outside, playing with a group of friends in person, and the cultural or societal, like, how do I put this? Talk shit and get hit. You learn as a kid playing GoldenEye in person that if you say the wrong thing, you're getting a controller whipped at your head.
Yeah.
Or you're going to fight your friend.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing football, then you tackle somebody too hard. You learn boundaries. You learn social cues. You learn from being a kid who was outside playing with other people or inside playing with other people. And I feel like, not to be old man yelling at clouds, but younger people who grew up playing video games online and not with anyone in person or going outside don't have that mental cue, and they will say things that they should get punched for.
Yeah.
There's
But they would never say it in person.
they would
because
never say it in
know.
person. Yeah,
Exactly.
there's like a value in knowing where those boundaries are. So that's the thing from the 90s that I like. I'm like, that's missing.
Yeah. I mean, like, my brain didn't come online until probably like 98, I think, maybe the 95 or 95, I think, is probably when it came online. 96. But I think sit down Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, it's coming back, bro.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting pizza tonight.
Ooh, that sounds delightful, my friend. I think the way that places would present themselves and just the awe of simply going to the mall.
Going and doing.
Like the mall was just like this. It was built to be this thing where like the food court was like, oh my God, the stores. I mean, again, I've talked about the WB store, KB Toys, obviously. I mean, Toys R Us, like all of those places were built to be this like larger than life. Like if you look at movies from the 80s or like Big, or where it's like they go in the toy place.
Watched
and it's
it
just
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's like those things was like, man, things were meant to be magical. And then we went through the phase of what I guess they call like the minimalist era, where it was just like the Apple Store is the perfect example of that.
Everything went monochrome.
Yeah.
Everything went smaller and simpler.
Right. I do feel like we are getting back to that because I think people are missing it so much that like
impress me.
Yeah.
Like make me want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I think is, did you answer this question about like
what are we only pretending was better?
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah, probably in the 90s for sure.
There's a lot of real bad music from the 90s, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I think people
real
glorify, like I think if Kurt Cobain was still around, I don't know if Nirvana would be seen as good as they were. I don't know.
You could
I
say
was
that
never
about most people who died young, most
Yeah.
artists who died young.
Yeah.
If they would have eventually become like MAGA or shared their opinions about politics on the internet, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I watched a movie yesterday that had Michael Rappaport in it, and I was like, people used to like this guy. And then he just was around long enough to share his opinions, and now everyone hates him.
Yeah.
And if
That's weird. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I didn't obviously. I've never been a fan of Nirvana because like they were way before my time.
Yeah, I love them.
So my only I guess time seeing them was when a homeschooler was trying to be a bad boy. Wearing a Nirvana shirt is amazing.
name 3 songs.
But I would say like maybe less of, and I'm guilty of this. This is going to be a little introspective for those who are listening. I'm guilty of this. You know, the famous quote from The Office from Andy when he says, "I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them."
Yeah.
That's very real. There's absolutely such thing as a good old days. I'd always be in this. When I worked a 9-to-5 job, I lived in that state of mind where all I could think about was the yesteryear. Because I was miserable where I was, so I was like trying to attach myself to something that was good back then. And there came a point when I started doing all the things that I actually wanted to do that I loved, where I never thought like that anymore.
Right.
But I will have moments where if stress is higher or whatever, and I'll think back about a time period, and I'm like, oh God, that was so much better back then. And a lot of the times you're looking at it as like a safe space where your brain can travel and be like, that was peaceful, because I didn't have the problems that I have today. But it's like, if you were to actually go back to that time, it's like they would just present themselves in that day and age. You know what I'm saying?
When I was a kid, I used to put thought into, you would see adults who were like jaded.
Yeah.
Or they forgot what it was like to be a kid, or they just didn't have any like joy or whimsy. And I remember having a thought as a kid, when I get older, I'm not going to be that
like
guy.
Yeah.
The guy who said everything used to be better and everything, you know, back in my day, and like that cliche, I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. And you know this from spending a lot of time around me. I spend a lot of time contemplating, am I simply a 43-year-old who thinks that everything sucks now? Or does everything suck now? And I try to be very realistic case by case. The quality of virtually everything is less now. It is. But there's a lot of stuff that's way higher than it ever has been. And you just have to go like case by case.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you go back to that time. Like, yeah, you were innocent. You didn't know what was happening. But if I had to like actually look at it, it's like you grew up super poor. You didn't get the toys that you wanted. And if you did, it was very few and far between. Like your family's car was always breaking down. Like, it's like, yeah, the time was better, but man, if you were to actually highlight what your life truly looked like.
If your parents hadn't sheltered you from the truth of what was going on, like that sort of thing. You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
if they, like, I wasn't really.
Not you, people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Your parents don't put their problems on their kids. Well,
yeah, well, a little bit later, I felt like it was just like always that thing that was hovering above our head. It was just like, Christian, remember, you're poor, so you get to sit back and watch the other kids, and you're fat too.
Okay, last question from Savannah. If Mighty Champions somehow becomes huge, please review the show. What's the first completely unnecessary thing you're buying for the show? It's not for yourself. So obviously we can upgrade microphones, we could get cameras, start live streaming and doing all that sort of stuff. So that is already a goal.
Yeah, it's already.
We need reviews.
Yeah.
We can get more reviews, more listeners. More listeners, advertising. Advertising, money, equipment. So, but the unnecessary thing that you would buy for the show, dude, like a van, like a wrapped van with the
That's cool.
logo and branding to take to the store to fill up. Mighty Champions helicopter.
I would almost say, man, see, that's like tough because everything is almost a necessity, I feel like at that point, but unnecessary.
Neither one of us really thinks in terms of like unnecessary purchases. Or
Yeah, I couldn't
wild
imagine
purchases.
why we would, like, I wouldn't think about that. I don't know. I mean, maybe more like posters and decor, like the neon light type thing of like, oh, this is the logo, but it's neon light. I think that the only other thing that I could think of was just like creating more of a designated studio spot, right?
Yeah,
where it's
rent
like
an actual studio.
like rent a studio or have like a thing.
But that's
where
not a. We think practically.
Yeah, but it's like we wouldn't even need to do that because this is already what that is.
Basically, we're not really answering the question, but we have goals and lists of things that we want to do to increase the quality and the production value of the show. These things cost money, right? And so
yeah, okay, this is a good thing too, where it's like it costs money, but it's also money that I don't feel like spending. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to you the other day about it. I was like, man, I was man, may as well just like get this mic and stuff. I was like, I mean, it's like $75 or whatever, but it's like, dang, I don't know if I want to drop $75 on a mic.
Yeah, dude, but if we start getting reviews and we start getting the listeners, then
hey, this is starting to look a little too much like the little emoji that's like the like, please, may I have some more?
This is how the ecosystem works.
Yeah, I think both of us, you might be a little bit different, but I feel like the more that you would have, it would just be only in a way of like, how do we invest? How do we invest? How do we make this
I don't
make
think
sense?
there would be unnecessary things, but if the show becomes profitable, that money gets reinvested. I have no desire to pocket it.
Ooh, you know what? I think you would see so much more of like traveling with the intent to buy toys, which is already like that's already what we're like plotting and scheming, but. Yeah, I think you would see a lot more of that.
I have big goals of putting tons of money into the show, just not unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Like very reinvested necessarily
exactly.
for the purposes of fun and excitement. That's all the questions. Thank you to everybody who got their question in. If we didn't get around to your question, all you got to do is follow us at Mighty Champions. Hit us up. The email is there. You could throw it over there too.
This is our first Q&A episode too, so we'll do obviously more of those.
Yeah, we'll do tons of these. So every time you guys hit us with a question, if we don't answer it it directly, then we'll just save it and do one of these. So big thank you to everybody that left us a question. Thank you for listening and making us a part of your day, and we'll catch you guys in a week. Peace.